All right, welcome to another EA Sports UFC 4 video, and today we got an extra special banger for you, as it's all about footwork in the meta, about moving around the ring, okay? And I really been holding off on this video. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know how long I'm going to leave this video up because the information is just that valuable. This has been how I've been able to separate myself from the rest of the competition, and this will benefit you as well. Even if you're an elite player, you may find one little nuance to take your game to the next level. And definitely if you're new, you just got the game over the Christmas break and the holidays, you definitely want to check out this video. Now, let's talk about the definition of footwork. And it reads as follows: increases speed of movement, steps, and lunges. Okay, so you're going to be more effective at moving around the octagon and at some of your side steps, back steps, and some of your lunges, which we'll get into in this video when you pick the fighters with the highest footwork stat. And we'll start with the ladies this time. Weili and Joanna, they both have a footwork stat of 94, okay? Valentina and Rose, 96, and leading the ladies is Holly Holm with a footwork stat of 98. Now for the guys, Conor McGregor, Bruce Lee, TJ Dillashaw, 97 in that footwork stat. Dominic Cruz, Machida, Demetrius Johnson, 98 in that footwork stat. And coming in at 99, no one other than Stephen Wonderboy Thompson has the best footwork stat in the game, period. Okay, so you want to be able to move around that octagon nice and smooth, have nice side steps. You want to focus on these fighters. Okay, now please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. All I'm asking for is 250 likes on the video before I start work on the next video. Work really hard on it, so please get in below and comment. You know I'm going to reply to every single comment, and that's how I came up with the idea for this video, from a comment from a subscriber. So I appreciate all of the input that you guys get in. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think of the video. If you have any questions about footwork or what you want to see next, just get in the comments and let me know, and I'll be responding to each and every one of you. Now, join the Discord, because I will be giving away one free copy of UFC 4. So please join the Discord and you'll see details on how to do that. So without further ado, let's get right into the meta of footwork. Okay, up first, we're talking about fuzzy movement. I use this by default. My general method of movement, alternating high and low blocks. And so I'm never just moving around just in a general motion, holding block, backing up, or walking forward. It's a little bit more complex than that. And this doesn't guarantee you success, but for me, it kind of sets the table where I'm thinking about high and low, and I'm also sidestepping with that. So no matter what you throw, I have a chance to block it. And it also determines a cause for pause for your opponent. And if you can generate any confusion, that's all you want. So here I'm blocking low and I'm sidestepping at the same time. So no matter if they throw a low kick or go for a takedown, and if they throw straight strikes, I got it covered. Okay, up next, we're going to be talking about the pivot lunge, or what we call the sway lunge. And it just gives me another opportunity to strike if I know I'm going to lunge. So right there, I could have struck, but I wanted to lunge and get a cage position. So instead of just lunging, sometimes I may sway lunge, and it will evade long combinations as long as it doesn't get intercepted. Okay, now, this is one thing that really changed my game. Whenever you get beyond that black line and you find yourself against the cage, go ahead and circle out. Use those lunges, okay? Because that's when they're able to break your block, and it's usually lights out after that. So if I'm against that cage, you want to get out of that position and use that footwork, circle out on that lead hand side where it's not that much power. If you do get intercepted, hopefully you can eat that. So that's what I do. Even against the clinch, you're going to evade that, and could be the difference between winning and losing. Okay, up next, we're going to be looking at the back lunge and when to use this. Here, I was slightly in kick range and was able to avoid it and have them run right into a combination. And we'll talk about how to do those fast type of combinations off your footwork. And some fighters that have amazing footwork and special lunges, like Dominic Cruz there, can actually avoid straight strikes with his lunge. I mean, this is crazy. Like, look at that. straight strike, and he backs out of range right there, and then you can throw your combination. So playing with Dominic Cruz is pretty fun. And then the same concept with the back steps is just a smaller version of that. And when you can tie them all together, have your lunges and then the back steps and then throw your combinations, I mean, you'll be using your footwork to its best advantage. Okay, now, one of the more important things, after I lunge or back step, I like to plant my feet, meaning just come to a complete stop. And I usually throw faster and more powerful combinations. So here I come to a complete stop when I know my opponent is coming right into it. So you need to know when to move, know when to plant your feet and throw those combinations. Simulating movement right here, but then I'm planting my feet and throwing as he's coming right into that combination. So that's another little game you can play. Okay, now my favorite, everybody knows this, is these are the side steps. A lot of people throw 1-2, 1-2 and a lot of straight strikes, and side steps are just going to eat these things alive, right? And you got to mix them in with other things. You can't just sit there and sidestep because you can get leg kicked to death, things of that nature. But okay, now really quickly, these are some other things you can push off and retreat. If you just feel that that pressure is a little bit too much, or even if you got your back to the cage, look at there, you can push off. And then also, I'm still looking at this, you can use that push off offensively, kind of to keep your opponent against the cage. Sometimes in the middle of a combination, it throws this a sequence off, and it can set you up for a 1-2 head kick. Now, a lightweight championship fight. Let's see how the footwork is going to play out against some high level competition. In this case, Jay Coop Ballin, who always gives me a very strong fight, very strong opponent here. And we're going at it head to head for this championship match. Okay, round one. You see I'm using the side steps there, the footwork, to evade that spinning back kick by Barbosa. You don't want to be getting kicked by Barbosa because it will be a short fight. Okay, now we're going to be talking about these side steps. A lot of straight strikes here being thrown, and I'm recognizing that. I'm mixing that in with my head movement, but I'm seeing a pattern here starting out with that jab. So I want to sidestep that just because I know it's going to be eating on that stamina, and that's all I'm trying to do. Now, this is real important. A lot of times when people know it's your turn to strike, good players will attempt to slip your incoming strike with a sway hook. A nice counter to this straight is a straight to the body. So whenever you get into this cadence, or usually when it's your turn to strike, that's when people know when to counter. So you want to counter the counter. So anytime I knew he was going to do that slip hook, then I wanted to go to the body. And I was kind of getting a rhythm of that because I know exactly when he wants to do it. Anytime here he miss a combination, he knows it's my turn. All right. And usually people gonna come with a straight strike, but I'm like, yeah, let me come with that straight to the body because I'm going to be getting a lot of stamina damage because he's moving his body, which is a stamina tax, and I'm hitting him to the body. And if he doesn't make an adjustment like sway uppercut, then I'm just going to not fix what's not broken. Okay. And I'm going to continue to do that. And even right here, I don't need to see the stamina bar to know that he's being hurt by all of this stuff. Now, we fighting dirty here and got a huge knockdown there off of the clinch and the uppercut after that. It's a fight, man. You got to be a dog and you got to get dirty. Sometimes you got to bite. Now, I'm still cognizant of this sway lunge because it can end your night early. So here he throws a combination and he knows it's my turn. It's my turn. And he wants to take that. So I'm only taking what my opponent is giving me. He's giving me his body, and that's what I'm going to take to the path of victory. So we know he likes to do that sway lunge, and then that's how I'm going to go about it. Now, another knockdown there at the end of the first round, and I'm up huge. And then now it's all downhill from there just because of my footwork and some of the things that you mix it in with and you notice. Okay, now round two, we're coming out here. Let's see if we can finish off the job here. Just moments later in the second round, I know his head health is low, but I have to be careful. And there, huge right hand there from Volkanovski. And all I'm doing now here is like a shark in the murky waters. I am looking for that knockout. And now I got the speed advantage. And this is real important here. If you don't want somebody to jump on top of you after a knockout, then you can press any kick button for that up kick, okay? And then you're back to your feet there. And look, I already ate an elbow. So no matter what, my opponent is still very dangerous here, and I still need to focus because one of those sway hooks and catching me in a vulnerable time can end my night early. But there again, one right hook, the head health is very low, and I'm coming straight strike, and this is going to be all she wrote here for my opponent. Was able to get the win there using my footwork and then using that counter. So please, if you learned anything, please subscribe. I'm asking for 250 likes on the video. Work really hard. Join the IMUHBOXER gaming Discord. I will be giving away a free copy of UFC 4. Details to follow. And one of those criteria is follow me on my Twitter. Also, this has been a very fun video. Leave your comments below. See you in the next one. Peace.